Well, where do I go? So last night, I guess pretty much all of you guys went to the CMA nominations dinner.
Yes.
And good for you guys. It's kind of fancy too, huh?
Pretty fancy, yeah.
So I just get different stories because I didn't get to go. I had a couple prior obligations, but I just get stories from everybody in weird ways about what actually happened.
It's awesome.
And I heard it was fun and nice, and it's at a fancy house, and Keith Urban was there, and he got up and spoke. Great guy.
Yeah.
Kix Brooks from Brooks and Dunn was there. Dierks was there, which is where Amy's story comes in first. Amy?
Okay, so right when you walk in, there's a table handing out medals, little medallions but for the artists, we're there as broadcasters.
And you've already won, by the way.
Right. And so these are the nominees getting their little medal for that. And, Dierks comes in, they put it around his neck, and then he's over there talking to some other people. And Lunchbox is like so confused. He's like, do we get medals or not? Like just being and we're kind of by the medal table, but we're in the entryway and we're in a circle and we're just talking about the medals. And we're like, I don't think those medals are for us. So then he just walks over to Dierks and is like, hey, I guess I didn't hear the whole conversation, but asked if he got a medal or whatever. And then Dierks took his off and put it around Lunchbox, I think just to make him feel special because it was awkward. And I think he just was trying to be nice. Here's a medal, Lunchbox. And then Lunchbox kept it. Wore it all night.
Took it home.
And left with it. And I don't think that it was Dierks' intention for Lunchbox to actually keep it, but then it's too awkward to ask for it back. You know what I'm saying?
How do you guys feel that went down? Do you think Dierks meant for him to keep it?
No, it was a joke. Bones, Dierks was obviously in a bind there. He's just like, okay, Lunchbox, trying to be funny. Here's a little medal, whatever. He'll probably give it back to me. Lunchbox never gave it back to him. I don't even think he talked to Dierks again the rest of the night.
All the artists were wearing theirs all night long.
And Dierks wasn't.
And Lunchbox is wearing it.
Lunchbox still has it right now. I just put it on.
Yeah, I got it right here. What happened is I was talking to Dierks, and I said, oh, man, we didn't get one of those. And he goes, here, you can have mine. And he put it around my neck, and he walked away. So what? I mean, he said, you can have mine.
I wonder if he's awake. I'll test
That was it.
Yeah.
And then I wore it the rest of the night, and I was in all the pictures because we did a whole group photo, and then I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. Like, no, sir, you're a nominee. You need to stay out here for the picture. So I was like, oh, okay. So I stood in a picture.
Oh, you stood in a picture you weren't supposed to be in?
I guess so, because I had this on. People were stopping me like, no, you can't go inside yet. You still got to take a picture.
My goodness.
So I thought you were a songwriter or something, because you're obviously not a singer.
Yeah, so those are for the people that haven't won the award yet. They're all nominated for the award.
Right.
Yeah, and according to mine, I'm up for Male Vocalist of the Year, Single of the Year, and Music Video of the Year.
That's probably special to him.
It is.
You should
I
probably
really
get that back to him.
Bones, it has
to-
a diamond on it.
Yeah, it has a whiskey diamond from Scott Borchetta.
I mean, it was awesome. He was so nice to give it to me, and then he walked away, and he never asked for it back. And so I was like, dang, okay, cool.
So how do we feel about this? Morgan, Eddie, Amy, you guys were all there.
Yes.
Do you feel like Lunchbox should have kept it?
Oh, no, I would give it back to Dierks.
No, Bones, immediately give it back to Dierks. Dierks, you're funny. Here's your medal back.
Like take out a picture with it.
Yes.
Even if Dierks was like, hey, here, Lunchbox, take mine, I think he was still being like, okay, pat, Lunchbox, you're special. Wear mine for a second. Okay, and then expected Lunchbox to give it back, but he never did.
Morgan, number 2, your thoughts?
Yeah,
You were there?
he should definitely give it back. I don't think Dierks cares that he took it because he was so cool about it every time he saw Lunchbox. But I do think he should definitely give it back to him. I don't think he's going to ask for it.
Okay, that's the first thing that happened that Amy was like, it's a little awkward. Amy's a good indicator of awkward.
Yeah.
She's really the voice of reason here on the show anyway. And so last night, big fancy dinner. You guys all went to this fancy dinner. You were invited because we won the CMA. And I did not get to go, so I wasn't able to play parent. And
Which you normally would.
I would. I would be like, guys,
And
chill
no,
out.
stop that.
Like,
Give
stop
that medallion back to Dierks.
Right.
So Morgan, number 2, brought a story about Eddie being
Oh,
awkward
no.
last night.
And I don't know what this is, so I cannot wait.
Go ahead.
Well, there's 2. So we were taking a photo, a broadcast photo, and of all the winners, and we're all standing there together, and we get called Eddie and crew, and I was like, Since when are we Eddie and crew? That was a weird one.
You running the show and I'm not around?
I
Eddie?
guess,
Are you the guy
Buzz.
now?
I mean, they just go to me. They're like, Eddie and crew. And they're not Amy, Lunchbox, and
Yeah.
Eddie, or Morgan number 2, Eddie and crew. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll take it.
And that was awkward for the team.
But we were just standing there. We're like, is that us? Was that supposed to be us? It was really weird.
And what was the other one at the table?
And then we were sitting at our table, and anytime somebody like remotely famous would come up, so like Jim Beavers came up and Lindsay L, and people would come up and talk, and he'd be like, hey, we really need some bread. And I'm like, is that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, he was doing the joke
was
where he
his
thinks they're a
line.
waiter.
Yes. And he was doing it to like every kind of famous person that walked up, and I was like, this is really uncomfortable.
It's my go-to.
Would you? I didn't see you do that one to Nicole Kidman.
No, she didn't come to the table. But I would have, excuse me, can I get some more bread here? We need bread and butter, please. That was my go-to. And if it works once, I'm going to do it all night.
And how many times do you think you did it?
Oh, 5 times.
That's kind of funny.
I didn't know he was doing
That's really
that.
funny. I didn't hear that, but that's funny.
I missed that. Maybe that's when I went to the bathroom to use my phone for a long time.
What was the awkwardness between Eddie and Morgan number 2?
So this is before the dinner. This is yesterday. Eddie goes, hey, would you like to go with me? And Morgan number 2 goes, absolutely not. I cannot do that. That is against girl code. You are married. I am not allowed to go with you. And he was like, we're going to work. And she goes, that's girl code. Can't do it. I didn't understand her girl code. Like, it's just a.
Did you think his wife would get
Interesting.
mad?
He was just like joking with me, and he was like, I'll come pick you up. But I was like, stop it. We're not. No. Like, this is
Oh,
not
Eddie
a
was
thing.
joking like it was a date?
Yeah. And so I was just
That's
like,
a little
no.
awkward.
I was
That's
like,
a little awkward.
I was like, there's a lot of
Eddie-
girl
Eddie,
code.
that's a little awkward.
My wife canceled, so we had an extra one. So we were like, hey, Morgan number 2, do you want to come? And then I was joking, like, what time do you want me to pick you up? Drinks before? And
Eddie,
she goes,
that's awkward, man.
It was a joke.
That's awkward. Amy, that's a little weird, right?
A little bit.
So I was just like defending the situation. I was like, I don't really know how to handle this right now. So girl code.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
respectfully.
I feel like that makes sense, right, Lunchbox?
Okay, I didn't hear that. All I heard him say is, do you want to go? And her
Right.
saying, girl code. And I was like,
I totally get to him joking around like, hey, babe, I pick you some drinks.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a joke. Right. I didn't say baby. I
okay,
didn't say
yeah,
baby.
now you might be a little bit of a creeper.
Well, I text Dierks. He may not be at his phone. I just said, hey, are you awake? He hasn't responded. So if he hits me back, we'll
I
put
mean,
him on.
I think either way, Lunchbox should give the medal back. I mean,
you think
we
Dierks
have
is
to-
too cool to even say he wants it
He's
back?
not going to say. I just don't think he's going to say. I think regardless if Dierks wants it or not, you just give it back. Just to be safe, right? Just to be safe.
I mean, he knew where I was last night. He was there. I mean, there wasn't like 1,000 people there. There was, maybe 100 people. So if he wanted it back, he could have come and found me. He's the one that gave it to me and walked away, guys. Like, he walked away. And
No, you walked away.
Morgan number 2.
walked
we both
If
walked
I'm
in
not there, you have to be the one to
Wait,
manage them. I'm
wait,
now
what?
seeing that you're.
Me? What?
But you don't manage well.
What do you mean?
You report back well, but you
Oh,
don't
you
control,
tattle
you don't
well is what
control
he's
the
saying.
situation very well. Like you're not assertive enough. It's a great thing about you. You're very go with the flow,
You're like
Okay.
the mom we walk all over.
but we still love.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, we love our mom.
Yeah.
Well, I think Morgan number 2 will pop you guys. You have to be the new dad if I'm not there.
Okay.
Amy can be the mom. You're the new dad.
Okay, I can do that. I can keep these two in line.
That's fun though. Hey, good stories, guys.
Hey, thank you, man.
Oh
we
my
go to
God.
have
Hey, does
fun.
anybody want to take a picture with my medal?
We can't go anywhere. Let me play Dierks Bentley Living. It's the Bobby Bone Show. You guys can call us if you want.
Thank you, CMAs, for having us.
Yes,
It was
thank you. We had a
very
lot of
lovely.
fun.
For our last time ever, CMAs.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
because we're never going to get invited back. 877-77 Bobby.